Hey gang, what's up? We're gonna try to tell the Randy BOISSONNAULT story. Here's a peek at this guy that has been fibbing in committee. Do you trust him? I don't, and not for the reasons that you would think. I don't care about that stuff at all. I care about the fact that you stole and are continuing to cover it up. Just admit it. Randy, man, pack your bags. Time to go, bud.
Definitely dumpy, not very inspiring, very PIERRE POILIEVRE, so no. Hey Livy, got a minute?
Yeah, what's up?
Look, I'm really stressing out over what I'm gonna put in this bag for Pride parades coming up. I know the future's bright, so we gotta wear shades, so that's wearing the bag. Look, I really love Pride Lego, but I don't think they can survive an hour and a half on the parade circuit, right?
No.
Okay, so bye. And look, I'm literally reading my history, great book. Encourage everybody to do it. We have to know our history. We have to know where we're heading. We've got to stick up for queer kids, for trans, non-binary kids. So reading up on your history is an act of pride, and I encourage everybody to do that. It might rain. I got to bring an umbrella. I think that's important. Sunscreen. Okay, look, 30, 60. Look at my complexion. Look at my forehead. I got a big forehead. 60, not 30. Okay, fanny packs. People like fanny packs, but this is like, it's like kind of plain, definitely dumpy, not very inspiring, very PIERRE POILIEVRE, so no. Now, get ready everybody. Make sure you take out your colors. Make sure you're ready to be proud of who you are, who you love, and don't forget, we also, faut toujours avoir une pancarte pour la fierté. Donc, soyez vous êtes, aimez qui vous aimez, soyez fiers d'être Canadien et queer, and know that this government and I always have your backs. Joyeuse saison de la fierté. Happy Pride season.
With respect, Minister, I share MP Green's latter comments that your testimony has not been helpful. In fact, not only have you been disrespectful, you are exhibiting traits in my old career that I would classify as a lying witness. You've been evasive.
That's not appropriate, Mr. Chair.
Well, it is.
That's not parliamentary language.
I would...
Everyone has an opinion about Canadian federal politics.
Oh, yeah.
Hey gang, what's up? Just Aaron right here, Canadian Looney. This Minister Randy BOISSONNAULT sham, scam, scandal, whatever. Are there two Randys? Where's Randy? Will the real Randy please stand up? All that stuff. Let's take a look back. We're going to be looking at it again this week in brand new committee investigations. I think they're scheduled this week. But Randy BOISSONNAULT comes off as such a liar. I'm not saying he's a liar. I'm saying he comes off as such a liar. And so do many of his fellow Liberal NDP MPs. They don't look good. This one's going to come back on them, guys. I suspect that there's only one Randy. I follow this stuff, guys. And I'm not looking to hang the Liberals up. Just show Canadians what I'm seeing and see how well they play the game of poker, because we're being bluffed right now. Lied to, whatever you want to call it. But the truth is going to come out. Larry Brock is going to have his go at Randy right after this. We've got so many things to show, guys. Anyhow, let me know in the comments what you think. Is there more than one Randy? Is there two Randys? Is there one? There's one Randy, guys. I'm quite certain. We'll wait and see, because, again, they're coming back to committee this week, and we're taking a look at some of the things that happened. This is Randy trying to stick up for himself, whatever. It's ridiculous. But then Larry Brock is going to have a go at him for a few minutes and calls him out, as he should be called out. Let's take a look. Let's take a peek. Let's get it going. Start it off.
Minister BOISSONNAULT, you have up to 5 minutes to address the committee. Go ahead, sir.
And thanks very much, Mr. Chair. I'm happy to be here at committee to address the innuendo and misinformation that has been spread by the opposition over the last few weeks. Mr. Chair, it's the nature of partisan politics that we have vigorous and even fiery debates. It's the job of the opposition to hold the government to account, and I understand this dynamic and I respect it. However, even the rhetoric of a hyper-partisan Conservative Party needs to at least take into account the actual facts of a situation. So let's begin with an essential fact. Canada has one of the strictest ethics regimes in the world for elected officials, and that is exactly what Canadians expect. I've always conducted myself in an ethical manner that follows the spirit and the letter of those rules. On that note, I'm grateful to the Conflict of Interest and Ethics Commissioner for reviewing the claims made by Mr. Barrett and the media, and for the Commissioner's conclusion that there is no need for his office to look into this matter further. The impartial, independent, and nonpartisan body in charge of the rules has made its decision. That should be respected. Working with the Commissioner's office, I placed my company, Xenex, and a numbered company that holds investments under the management of a third party as required by the Act. To act as the third party, I chose Ms. Kirsten Poon, who, in addition to being a former employee, has also been a friend of mine for more than a decade and was a person whom I trusted to manage things. My past business and personal relationship with Ms. Poon was, and continues to be, reported to the Ethics Commissioner's office as required by the Act. I would also note that since my election, Xenex has ceased day-to-day operations, and Ms. Poon acts as effectively as an administrator for the companies to ensure that needed tax filing and other paperwork is filed. Despite innuendo to the contrary, I am not a lobbyist. I've never been a lobbyist, and I've never had any interest in being a lobbyist. That some Conservatives have been trying to spread regarding these circumstances. First, there has been much innuendo about the fact that Edmonton International Airport, which was a former client, had meetings with staff in other ministers' offices and also received grants from the Department of Transportation and Prairies Can since I took office. I want to be clear. I in no way facilitated such meetings. I would also note that the Edmonton International Airport is the 5th largest airport in the country, as well as a major hub for the movement of goods and people. Deuxièmement, il a été noté que j'ai reçu de...
Secondly, it has been noted that I have received income from Ms. Poon's Nevis Group company over the past 2 years. Mr. Chair, I must say that this is known because I disclosed this income to the Ethics Commissioner and then in my public statement in accordance with the rules. I also made it clear that the income I received and disclosed was all for work that I did between 2019 and 2021 as a private citizen. None of this income came from work carried out since I took office, and none was related to the lobbying work of Ms. Poon's company, Nevis Group.
Surprised to me, Mr. Chair, that the Conservatives have tried to double down on innuendo and misdirection to try to distract from all of these facts. It appears, unfortunately, to be a deliberate attempt to mislead Canadians by portraying what has been fully disclosed to the Ethics Commissioner as scandalous when no such scandal exists. For them, following the rules, being open and transparent, meeting all the obligations, and having the Ethics Commissioner see no need to evaluate my business affairs are simply inconvenient obstacles that can get in the way of a social media clip. Let's move on to questions, Mr. Chair, after which I'll get straight back to work serving Edmontonians, Albertans, and all Canadians.
I would like to take the opportunity right now to remind you to like, subscribe, share, get notified, all those fun things. We do wild stuff here on this channel. It's always interesting. I just want Canadians to see the things that I'm finding out as I investigate. How in the hell we got into a hole this deep with this government that at one time I trusted. Anyway, like, subscribe, share, get notified, all those fun things. Thank you for watching the video. Back to the show.
Mr. Green, we're going to go to Mr. Brock. I am going to limit it to 3-minute interventions at this point. I apologize to the committee for that, followed by Mr. Housefather, and that'll conclude the time that we have. That'll take us to 12:06, which is roughly the time where we started, not taking into account many of the interruptions that we've had. Mr. Brock, I'm going to give you 3 minutes. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Chair. With respect, Minister, I share MP Green's latter comments that your testimony has not been helpful. In fact, not only have you been disrespectful, you are exhibiting traits in my old career that I would classify as a lying witness. You've been evasive.
That's not appropriate, Mr. Chair.
Well, it is.
That's not parliamentary language.
I would suggest, Mr. Brock, that you not use that language.
You've got the inability to tell the straight facts and to tell the straight goods, Minister. There lacks the ring of truth in what you have to say.
Go ahead on your point of order, Mr.
Point of order.
McCann.
Mr. Brock's language is definitely unparliamentary, He needs to withdraw it, and he needs to apologize.
I'm not withdrawing, Chair.
No, he used a different context. I'm going to allow him to do it. I'm going to ask him to continue. You've got a couple minutes, Mr. Brock. Go ahead.
Sorry, on the same point of order.
Go ahead, Ms. Damoff, on the same point of order.
I've heard in the House many times the Speaker say that you can't say indirectly what you, or that you can't say directly, and that is exactly what Mr. Brock has done, and we cannot call each other liars or providing untruths to Parliament.
I appreciate that. I think Mr. Brock understands your point of order. I'm going to ask him to continue for the next couple of minutes. Go ahead.
And Canadians are watching. They take particular attention every time a minister appears at committee. And what you've done, sir, is just displayed a complete lack of respect for policies and procedures at this committee, leaving aside the evasiveness of your responses and clearly the lack of ring of truth, as I've indicated. So on the issue of what was reported this morning in the global news, did you take it upon yourself to reach out to your former partner and ask for clarification as to who this other Randy was?
So, Mr. Brock, on that particular point,
yes
I have
or
no
no, sir? Did you reach?
role.
I've got 3 minutes.
I have seconds to
Sir,
respond to
I have
your,
got- I've
Mr.
got
Chair.
3
I give you
minutes.
the
Point of
time
order.
to respond.
Mr. Brock, just allow the minister to respond to the question. I know that we're on short timelines here, but please allow Mr. Boissonnault to respond to that. Go ahead.
Mr. Chair, I have no operational role in that company. I am not the Randy in the article today. And let me give you an example, Mr. Chair. I don't know why Mr. Brock received income from the province of Ontario while he's been serving as an MP, but I assume that he cleared that with the Ethics Commissioner in the same way that I cleared my business dealings with the Ethics Commissioner, and no investigation or evaluation of my business affairs was
Mr. Brock, go ahead.
Just a point of order, Mr. Chair. The question that Mr. Brock asked was well over a minute, and the response was 25
there
minutes.
was a preamble, there was a question, yes or no. So I'll ask again, Minister.
Go ahead, Mr. Brock,
you're laughing at the whole process, but Canadians are not laughing at you, and they're not siding with you. Did you reach out to Mr. Anderson this morning after you read the Global News report, yes or no?
I am not the Randy in that report.
Did you call Mr. Anderson?
No, why would I call Mr. Anderson?
I would not know.
So the answer,
Clearly, Mr. Anderson didn't want to provide the surname of Randy.
Mr. Brock, the answer, he said no.
Answer.
He said no.
Chair,
Are you on a point of order?
Yes,
Mr.
I am,
Go
Chair.
ahead.
Out of respect for our interpreters, and this keeps happening, people are interrupting.
I agree.
And it's so unfair to the people that work so hard for us.
Thank
so
you.
if we could please just knock it off.
I've made that very clear. Go ahead, Mr.
So,
Brock.
Randy,
You've got like literally 20 seconds, sir.
Minister, will you provide to this committee details of your text messages for all the phones that were in operation on September the 22nd, 2022, so that this committee can determine if you are in fact the Randy that the text messages are referring to, the Randy that the other partner wants to communicate with? Will you reach out to your service provider and provide us with details of your text messages on that day for all your devices?
Minister,
yes or no?
quick response, Minister, please.
Mr. Chair, I have no operational role in this company. I do not know who this Randy is. It is not me, and it's clear in the article that it's not me.
Thank you, sir. I'm going to take that as a request from Mr. Brock, and again, I'm going to ask the clerk to follow up on that request. Mr. Housefather, you have 4
Larry Brock is so articulate when he's asking his questions. There's nobody quite like him. My name's Aaron, Canadian Looney, who watches a lot of federal Canadian politics. Like, if you enjoy that kind of thing, like, subscribe, share, comment, all those things. I want you to watch more of these videos. Canadians need to see them to know what is actually happening in the government. They don't cover this in the newspapers, I assure you. Again, Aaron, Canadian Looney, like, subscribe, share, get notified, all that fun stuff. We bring you the best of the committees, other videos as well. We do shorts, we go live, all that fun stuff. That's it. Thank you for watching this video. We'll catch you in the next one.